Welcome to the Business Buyer Diaries. My name is Nathan Platter. I'm a full-time employee, and I bought a business. I did everything right, from finding the deal, handling all the due diligence on 63 opportunities, and ultimately bought a profitable gym. And boy, was I in for a big surprise as a new owner. I chronicled everything in real time, including the biggest wins to the stressful nights at 2 a.m. I'm sharing my journey without sugarcoating anything, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's today's episode. Hey, how you doing? We're back for another one. Normally I do these in the mornings, but tonight it's 8 p.m. And I'm practicing being able to own everything. Historically, I've been recording these. I'll admit, I enjoy speech giving. I enjoy crowd. I enjoy being on stage in the center of attention, having the microphone to speak life into people. But beyond 10 people, I start to freeze up. Like, I don't know who to look at, what to focus on, and my words start to blur together. And that's why some people start their speaking career or like their consulting, their coaching, whatever. They do that in different starting spots. And I grew up listening to radio. I grew up listening and just closing my eyes and hearing the scene, hearing the room, the engagement, the dialogue, the interaction, the life, the downs, everything. And so that's why I was comfortable starting with these voice memos. I would feel weird talking to my laptop camera, not knowing what I was going to say. Whereas here, like, my eyes can wander left or right. I can be tapping my feet. I can be clicking a pen. And my voice tells the story more than anything else. And my body and my eyes can move freely. And when I talk with someone one-on-one, and there's that eye contact and telling the story and the good and the bad, that, for me, that limits one of my abilities to be distracted. When you have like those kids in school that are just fidgety and bouncy, you give them like a sandbag or like some magnets or like a little pen to click, something to keep their jitters active so that they can still pay attention. And I deep down am still that little jittery kid. I'm someone that needs engagement, interaction, two-way engagement. And for some reason, having one-on-one with this is going to be interesting. So at the end of the day, this is not about the studio. This is not about my day job. But growing into the next level, Nate. First gear was employee. Second gear is business owner. Third gear is being a mentor to people. Helping folks not get screwed. How to be a smart consumer. How to be one level smarter when there's a world out there that is ready to take your lunch and charge you at interest. And that's not everyone. That's not most people even. But there are a handful of folks out there ready to do it. And it's usually the folks that have a lot more resources in their back pocket. I'm not saying rich people. I'm saying folks that are middle wealth, or sometimes mega wealth, but middle wealth, a lot of times, know how to swipe and how to do things and how to tip the odds in their favor against the common person. I'm not going to go down that road for the rest of this episode, but all I'm saying is I need the world to be smarter, because there's a big wave of entrepreneurship and business ownership going on. And a lot of folks that don't want the weight and the responsibility of leading and managing people, having careers and futures in their hands. Households that are depending on them, on the job, on the company to survive and to do well. Right now there's tech layoffs, and folks should feel guilty over hiring and laying off people that now don't know how they're going to put food on the table. Folks that have taken a risk in their career and tried to work their way up, and now they get knocked over. All that to say, bringing it back to home base here, telling the story, sharing the passion, the desire for people to be smarter and ready to take the leap that's not supposed to take your lunch, but take the leap and have the ability and the confidence to step forward boldly. And if plan A doesn't work out, how to figure out a plan B. And if that is a dead end, find a plan C, something, so that you can live to fight another day. And when I'm telling all this to a friend, I don't know how to do that in a small group environment. I'm used to doing it, talking to my windshield, talking to my dog while I'm walking down the road. And I need to start figuring out how to scale my message, to broaden my voice, reach out, and to consult with people that need this information, that need this wisdom. This episode is probably a throwaway episode, more than anything. I'll still publish it because this is part of the journey of me changing and developing to who I am 3.0. But all this to say, I'm going to practice delivering my spiel. The last time I met this guy, the deal was locked down, and where I was like a 1 week into ownership, and I was teed up for studio number 2, and I didn't realize things were going to fly into the tank pretty quickly. Financially, the studio and the staff are incredible. Financially, though, things are pretty rough. And so to share the reality without throwing people under the bus, because that's not the game. That's not the point. That's not at all what we're doing here. The point is to talk about overcoming adversity, facing challenges when things look like they're going to go in your favor and you have to pivot fast. How do you do it? How do you survive the emotional roller coaster, the mental bandwagon, maybe the loneliness of few other people out there that are doing this? How do you keep the momentum going? And how do you build the momentum in your favor? And so just sharing with them like, hey, it's your birthday, dude. Happy birthday. And I'm going to celebrate you. I'm going to celebrate the friendship we have. And if the talk of the studio comes up, here's how it's going. Candidly, here's where we're at. I don't have the podcast or whatever for him to go to, but even just over the past couple months, who I am has changed as a person. Who he is has changed as a person. And this ride is one that we're all supposed to be on. That's where we're at. That's where we're going. Let's rock and roll. This has been another episode of the Business Buyer Diaries. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you're realizing that business ownership is no cakewalk. Check the podcast notes for a link to the DIY due diligence program, the complete list of show sponsors, and for media inquiries. Music written and composed by Wes Schrock. I'm your host, Nathan Platter. Join me again on the next one.